Ooh, today we are getting vulnerable. We are going to talk about another phrase that actually helps you restore trust, build accountability, models problem solving, and really reaffirms that you value the other person. This is going to help paint you in a very good light and show the strength of your character. And it is just one simple phrase that so many of us struggle with. So let's learn all about it. Here we go. Oh man, let's talk about the one phrase that so many people avoid that actually has so many benefits in using it that you are going to start using it all the time. What is the phrase? I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm going to cheat and I'm going to throw in another phrase, which is I made a mistake. So these two phrases are actually going to help you so much when it comes to building trust. When you make a mistake, which you are going to do because hello, you are human. You are going to own that mistake. Now, I'm going to be talking about your team at work, but absolutely apply this with your children and apply this with your spouse. When we make mistakes and we own them, this shows that we are open and willing to be held accountable. And when we do that, we are modeling that for others. We are showing others that, hey, mistakes are going to happen. Failures are going to happen. They happen every single day. And here's what we're going to do when they happen. We are going to admit to it. We are going to get vulnerable and we are going to admit that this was a mistake and I am sorry. And then we are going to reflect. We are going to show people how taking a time out and really sitting in that moment that we made a mistake and we need to reflect on what we could have done or what we should have done. Now, you want to know what we're not going to do? We're not going to dwell on this mistake. We are not going to dwell on this failure. What I absolutely love about working with businesses and companies is they take failure as a sign towards success. They're like, oh, that didn't work. Now we know what didn't work so that we can go create something that will work. And what if we take every mistake, every failure that we have, and we handle it in that exact same way? Okay, well, now we know what won't work. So we are one step closer to what will work. Now, when we make a mistake within our business, within our team, we're simply going to own it. Now, there's a couple ways I'm going to share that you can own this, and I really want you to think about your specific circumstance. If you made a mistake with one other individual, let's say you spoke about someone behind their back and word got to them. That's a mistake. You should not have done that. In order to grow respect and grow trust, we need to make sure that what we're saying to other people, if it got to those people, it would be in a respectful manner. And so sometimes we slip up, we make a mistake, we spoke about someone in a negative way, or we spoke about someone without their permission, and it gets back to them. And we are going to say, I am sorry. I made a mistake. And then we're going to reflect on how we can fix it going forward. What we are not going to do is find a scapegoat and blame it on something else. We are not going to say, you know what, I did do that, I made a mistake, and we're going to blame it on our attitude that day, or we're going to blame it on that we were frustrated with a situation. Absolutely not. We are going to own it. We are going to reflect, and we are going to move forward. This is going to allow you to show vulnerability. This is going to show that you are a real human that makes mistakes, that owns them and is able to move forward. You are going to be extremely honest with this person. I used to tell a lot of people, actually, including my students, that if you get pulled over, the best thing you can do is be completely honest, because it is you owning your mistake. Now, I will say that at the beginning of August 2023, I did get pulled over and I was extremely honest. And I even had the police officer comment on how most people lie to him, and he still gave me a ticket. So I used to swear up and down that this was going to work to get you out of a ticket. Now, granted, I deserved one. So maybe I shouldn't be saying the words get you out of a ticket. Maybe I should simply say that you being honest with the police officer is going to build trust and help them understand that you know you made a mistake and you are ready to own it. And you know what? On August 1st, I was going a little too fast in a residential area, and I did need to own that, because I would be so mad if someone were doing what I was doing, driving down my street in that way. So let me own that, and let me be honest about that. And here is what else happens. When you allow yourself to reflect with the other person, you are putting each other on the same playing field. You are not being above your mistakes or above your failures. You are saying, just like you, I am human. I made this mistake, and here's what I'm going to do moving forward. Now, I don't want anyone listening saying, but Anne, that's not going to fix the situation. Absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. This is not going to fix the situation. What it's going to do is set you up to rebuild trust and gain credibility again back from this person. Now let's talk about if you do this in a team setting. Maybe you made a big mistake and the entire team is paying for it. Yes, you could go and speak with each person individually and own up on that mistake. However, in order to gain trust even more quickly, you're gonna want to do it in a public setting. Get all of your teammates together and say, I called you here today because I made a mistake and I am so sorry. And I want to reflect on what happened and make a new action plan so this doesn't happen again. Think about what type of character you are modeling for other people on your team. You are modeling openness, you are modeling accountability, and you are modeling problem solving. And what do we want more out of our teams? We want just that. Accountability, character, ability to problem solve. This is going to truly set you up for success for the next time that someone else makes a mistake. They are going to have seen it modeled by you, the leader, that mistakes will happen. Failures will happen. We pause, we reflect, and we move forward. When we do this and we start to restore trust, this is going to have an effect on everything within your team. Trust is going to affect collaboration. Trust is going to affect engagement. Trust is going to affect communication. Trust is going to affect innovation. And so the more we can point out our failures and own them, the more we are going to be able to restore trust and see more communication and more engagement and more innovation and collaboration from our team. When we say, I am sorry, I made a mistake, we are also reaffirming that we value what the team thinks and believes. We are simply stating that I value you as a teammate, and I want to let you know that I truly am sorry, and I want to apologize for the mistake that was made so that we can move forward in a positive direction. So just know that you taking a minute or two to simply apologize and reflect and move forward, you are going to be setting your team up for success and allowing all of them to see how a leader handles mistakes and failures so that someday when they are in that role, they are also willing to own up, take accountability for their actions, and set the team up to thrive. If you are a parent of a child that you think maybe has some perfectionism tendencies, I am going to go record a bonus episode for you. So take a look for that, because there is a way that you can help your child learn from your mistakes and really release some of their anxiety around being perfect through your actions and your words. So go ahead and check that out, because it is going to be really helpful for you. I myself have a firstborn who just absolutely loves to do things perfectly and wants to do them that way and wants to achieve that status. And I believe I actually have that very much running through my blood all the time as well. And so there is a way that you can use your words, your actions, and your beliefs to model for them how to accept mistakes. Go check that out. Now, are you ready for your assignment? I want you to be looking for your mistakes this week. I want you to be looking for your failures and then owning them. Now, I don't want you running around admitting to every single mistake you make and making a big deal out of it. What I do want you to do is when you make a mistake in an email or you make a mistake at the team meeting, you are just going to admit. You're going to say, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I would love your help in fixing this. Or I made a mistake. And as I reflect on what I did, I would love to know what you think I could do better next time. And what if it works? What if it works? It starts to build trust. If you open that door to asking for help with your solution, that is going to help people feel more valued. That is going to help them feel like they are a valuable member of the team. When they get to contribute to solving the problem, they are now bought in to the team, into you, into your leadership, and they are here to help you. If you recognize that they are not, keep building that trust bridge, because that is what is lacking, and you can take the actions, the intentional actions, and saying the intentional words that are going to begin to build that trust bridge. And remember, you can only build it from your side. You can't build the entire bridge. So build it one rung at a time. Help them see that you are letting your guard down, becoming vulnerable, being honest, and looking for growth, because that is what leaders do. Getting really open and honest with your team is going to build trust. And with trust comes action. And with action comes momentum. It becomes joyful to go to work and to interact with your team and your people. So don't forget to build that trust bridge and work with others, because doing so is going to help you in so many ways. And you're going to see and feel the difference at work. Whether this is the first time you've listened to the What If It Works podcast, or you've listened to other episodes, or maybe you've listened to all 9, I would absolutely love your feedback. You can leave a review on this podcast platform, or you can send me a message over on Instagram at AnnVote. That's ANNVOTE. Also, we are starting a chat about each individual episode. So when you get over to Instagram, you can also look for the post that matches this episode and drop your thoughts and your comments below. I would love to start a conversation with you about something you've thought of, or if you utilized this phrase or some of these techniques. This is how we are going to learn and grow together and create change. Thank you so much for listening. We have one more episode for the mini series Phrases That Work. And then in October, we're taking a little twist with the What If It Works podcast. You'll have to check it out to find out.